I can't do anything. I have to wait, and I have to wait till she's ready. Yeah, I cannot really force her about it. But I am really happy that you guys are ready and you guys are showing up. So congratulate yourself for uh, showing up 100%. And I always say I'm giving my 100%. So I want you all also to give your 100%. So when you don't switch on the video, you're not giving your 100%. You're giving your 50% or 40%. Until and unless there's a technical problem or a technical issue that your internet is kind of low bandwidth, but guys, show up. I mean, that's really, it's not for me, but it's for you, where you kind of so healing happen at mind and body level. In fact, first at soul level, but when I'm saying mind or body, it's kind of, we are in this earth planet, so everything we have to kind of consciously also receive from your mind and to your body and to our heart and soul. Yeah. So when you show up 100%, you kind of drop all the resistance. Yeah, so that's the first step. So please allow yourself to drop all the resistance and show up on a video. And if you're not dressed, I mean, if you're from a mobile, everything is all right. Yeah, everything is okay for all of us here. So good, guys, good to see some of you here showing up 100%, and I would invite rest of you also to show 100%. Not for me, for you guys. And also we'll be doing we'll have a 10-15 minutes talk. I'm going to share a little bit of knowledge, and then we'll be doing a family constellation process. It will be like a 15-20 minutes process. And for that, those who want to do the process, they'll have to switch on the video, because then I would need to know what are they doing and if they really need any help. So great, guys, let's start. So today is a topic for, I guess, professional success, right? So for me, yin yang balance is one of my favorite topic, and I'm sure some of you have already heard about it. I've been talking about it. I'm going on and on because I think something really touched my heart. So I'll tell you the story, a small story. Of course, there are a lot of things to share, but one thing that comes in my mind. So I've been working on for myself for almost 15 years now, and I have started taking session for some emotional issues, energetic issues, which was kind of a doctor cannot solve, right? And so I started taking session for that, and then I started seeing difference in me, and then started asking, if this can work here, can something else be work? And okay, if this can work here, can something will work? Can my health? Can I work on my health? Can I work on my career? Can I work my relationship? And it was kind of, I take session, there's a problem. I take session, there's a problem. I take session. In fact, I travel. In fact, I've traveled to Netherlands, right, to take a session. And because I feel that was, I think when I work on myself, I think that's the most important gift I feel I could give it to myself. So I've invested a lot of time, energy, money there, and things were going better. And then I learned in 2019, before COVID, I said, okay, my God, this is so good. And then, like, when you take too many sessions, you also become half therapist, right? What your therapist is talking about, and the problem, and so. And so I said, now I feel I'm ready to also learn, right? Then I learned all the modalities. I've learned family constellation, I learned past life regression, I learned inner child, and I started also practicing them. And meanwhile, my our daughter is also growing. She's around 17 now. So this is, I'm talking about 2 years back, right? So because when then you kind of, you have learned. So when you are taking the client, you're kind of more observant, right? And then you also see that issues which is not been said. And then she had certain issues about her studies. So I was just talking to her, and while talking to her, she mentioned that I am confused. Okay, and I said, confused? So she said, yes, I'm confused. I don't know. She said, I don't know that who is my father and who is my mother. And I said, what? Like I said, what are you talking? I mean, you can kind of see me as your mother, right? I mean, and then you can see Hitesh as your father. And she said, no, I am confused. And I think it was kind of little shock for me that point of time, but I think I said, okay, let's see. I mean, and then I kind of parked that for some time, and then I was thinking about it, right? And then I kind of started searching and researching about it, what it is, because for a longer time I was the one who was, I'm still, I think I'm kind of very workaholic kind of person. And right, I work, and in fact I was working a day before my delivery and a day after my delivery. Like I was in a bed and I was just, after my daughter was born, I was talking to them what happened, and so and so, so and so, right? I get back to work immediately after 20 days when she was born, and kind of very very busy, because for me, I think earning was kind of very very important, and this is a responsibility I took. And Hitesh is very nurturing, caring. So between us, before, I was more of a masculine, very very masculine. I'll show you the masculine qualities. um, Now if you'll see me, and then you will say, like, some of you have met personally, and then you will say, okay, no, you don't look like masculine, right? But this is, I'm talking about before, right? And Hitesh is very high feminine, nurturing. He would love to cook, right? And then I realized, oh my god, I think she's not seeing me and him as male or female. She's seeing us masculine, feminine, and she's confused. Who's mother, who's father, who's masculine, who's feminine, who's provider, who's nurturer? And then that kind of made me curious, that after doing so many session, and after doing, and she also takes session, she also take family constellation session from different teachers, you know and because I can't work, she's my daughter, so I can't anyways work much with her, right? You can't work with the family members too much. And then she started working, and then I started working. So it's not, I did not tell her, okay, you take a session because you're confused. Then I said, okay, that, so anytime in therapy, if any children, anybody comes, any parents come with an issues with children, so we tell them, you work on yourself, because children are carrying the issues what you have. They are showing you the mirror, they're always showing. So I said, okay, there's something that I need to really work. And then I started kind of researching, and started, I came across this masculine and feminine energy, and I said, oh my god, when I started reading and I kind of attended the programs, and I said, oh my god, this was so simple, how I couldn't understand, right? And in the process, because I was so masculine, I was actually suppressing my feminine energy, right? And I was very very I was successful professionally, right? I am still successful, I'm very successful professionally, touch wood. But personally, I mean, I was kind of, I wasn't there for her as a mother, because a child need mother and father both. And I wasn't available for her. She couldn't sense, she couldn't experience that masculine presence. And of course, in that course, she also become more masculine, right? Because if there's a masculine energy, which is a female, and then the father is feminine, right? The If it is a girl, she's going to take over masculine energy, right? And if it's a boy is also going to take over masculine energy, right? And you would have experienced, if you were, I'll tell you that later, I don't want to confuse guys, right? So this is how I kind of came across this masculinity and femininity, and it has really helped me to who I am, and it has helped me to really embrace my own femininity. But it doesn't mean that I lose out on my professional success, right? I cannot say that, okay, because I'm embracing my femininity, I'm to let go of masculinity. So that is what we talk about, yin yang balance, right? So you embrace what is missing, right? And you kind of balance both to be whole. Yeah. So I'm going to share a small PPT. Okay. Little content that I have is not much, but I'm going to share it, and then we'll do the process. Um, can you guys see my screen here? Okay. So I'm going to explain. Of course, a lot of you know, a lot of you have been attending the programs, and a lot of you know, but it's nice repetition. And for those who've joined for the first time, Okay, so when we say yin and yang, what is yin? Yin is a feminine energy, and what is yang? Yang is a masculine energy. Okay, so I'm going to repeat again. Yin, when we call yin, yin is our feminine energy, and when we say yang, yang is our masculine energy. Okay, and I'm going to refer yin and yang represent two opposite yet complementary forces in life. They flow together to create a balance, harmony, and wholeness within us. Okay, so there are two different energy, yin energy and yang energy. Okay, and both are equally important, and they both are equally needed and complementary to each other. They are two life forces, we call. Okay, now these are some of the characteristic of yin energy, okay, which is feminine energy. So yin energy, when I say characteristics of yin energy, it is not a characteristic of a female. It's a characteristic of a feminine as an energy. Okay, so yin energy is more emotional. Okay, so generally when you compare, right, so um, yin is more emotional, and yang is more practical. Okay, so check between your father and mother, who's emotional and who's practical. Yeah. Second, flowing, adaptable. Okay. Third is more intuitive. Okay. Yin energy is more intuitive. Okay. Versus yang energy is more creative. Okay. um Healing, nurturing, connection. Okay. Calm energy, cool energy. Okay. Yin is more family oriented, more sacrificing, more beautiful. So this is some of the characteristics. There are many more, but this is some of the characteristics of yin. Is it clear? Give me thumbs up. Yes, no, I don't know. Okay. Let's go next. Okay, let's understand the characteristics of yang energy. So where yin energy was emotional, okay, yang energy is logical, practical, analytical. That's the characteristic of yang energy. Okay, yang energy is more action oriented, goal oriented, and yin energy is more family oriented. Yang energy is more bold, more courageous. Okay, more focused, determined, again goal oriented, high energy, fast moving. Okay, so just check between your mother and father. Okay, who's more family oriented, who's goal oriented. Okay, who's more sensitive, who's insensitive. Okay, who is more beautiful, who is more decisive. Okay, who is more harsh, and who is more gentle and soft. Okay, these are the characteristics. Okay, now both energies are independent. Okay, but we all have both the energies. Okay, being a male or a female. Okay, we both have energy, and they constantly transform to each other. And you can actually consciously, once you understand, acknowledge, you can transform that. So as I told you that for me, I was kind of very yang before, right, very high yang. Doesn't mean that I had zero yin. I had yin, right? I'm an female, so I cannot be on zero yang. So if I say 10 being highest and 0 being lowest, maybe I was 2 or 3 yin, and I was kind of 7 and 8 yang. Okay, and when I was very high yang, like my entire wardrobe was different. I would wear only pants, I would wear the jeans, and I would wear jackets. And once I started working on my yin energy, started acknowledging, working on it, worked on it, can you believe my entire wardrobe has changed? I cannot wear pants. I don't know why. My entire wardrobe is just dresses, dresses, dresses. And it's not that consciously I say that because I want to be yin, I'm going to buy that. Yeah. But of course, I still cannot wear saris. I cannot. I mean, so then I am kind of still I have not gotten there, you know. So yes, this is how the change is, and it keeps on changing subconsciously also when you decide and when you work on it. Okay. Um, so Men and women, as I told you, both have both the energies, right? But for certain things, we need certain energies more. So let me tell you this, okay? Um, if you are not successful in your professional life, if you are not successful in your professional life, what do you think? Which energy is suppressed? Can you type it in a chat box? I want each of you to think and answer. That if you are not successful in your professional life, which energy is suppressed? Let me see, what are you answering? Absolutely. Absolutely, yang energy. Some of you also can see on the screen. Yeah. And if you are not successful in your personal life, in your family life, then which energy is suppressed? Now we know, yin energy. Okay. A driven businessman, okay, needs yang for his goals, for his action, right? And a nurturing mother needs her yin more. Okay, but of course both of them needs more. You know that businessman is in the office and yang, aggressive, right? But when in the evening he comes home, he cannot carry that yang energy at home, right? He cannot be like strict and disciplined, and then what happens? Then it creates trauma. So then when he comes home, then he has to have his soft yin energy, and also he has to have a yin energy for the emotional intelligence. So we need to use both at both the places, but somewhere when you are in your profession, you need yang more. When you are in your personal life, you need your yin more, and you will learn it how to kind of balance, how to use which one. Okay, the true power is balancing both energy at the right time. You cannot have your high yin in your office and then you cannot have your high yang at home. Yeah. Okay, and this energy can kind of shift daily, like, so when you're doing a meditation, right? Which energy you need more? Which energy you need to kind of keep on top when you're doing meditation? Yin or yang? Type it. Type it in chat box. Let me see. Yes, when you're doing meditation, yin energy. Yeah, feminine energy, creative energy, soft, gentle energy, right? Um, right? When you're doing exercise, when you're exercising, which energy do you need? Think, when you're exercising, what energy do you need? You need yang energy, right? Aggressive, focused, goal oriented. Okay. And both energy is needed. Okay. So balancing both helps you to avoid burnout and sluggishness. Okay, because when you're doing exercising and then you're using your yin energy, you don't even feel like doing exercise. You can't do heavy cardio exercise, right? But when you're kind of doing yoga, you can then have your yin energy. Yeah, so it kind of help you to avoid your burnout. Okay, so when yin and yang energy unite, limitless possibilities really unfold, and you can really reach to the hike of your professional success and your personal success. But today I think we are focusing more on professional success, so we'll kind of stick to professional success, and then we know for professional success what we need, right? We need our yang energy. Okay, and before we go ahead and do the process, I want you all to take this quiz, right? So these are the qualities which I was explaining you: yin quality and yang quality. Okay, so I want you to kind of tick which one is your high quality. Okay, or of course we have both, so just check. In yin, I have given around 1 2 3 4 5 6, around 7 points. So can you just pick for yourself that in yin, how many points are relevant for you? So let's say, are you emotional? Then you give yourself 1. Okay, are you family oriented? Give yourself 1. Are you sacrificing? So for me, I am not sacrificing, so I give here 0. Okay, are you sensitive? So for me, I am sensitive, so I give 1. Okay, are you beautiful? I feel I am beautiful, so I give 1. Okay, are you vulnerable? So I may not be vulnerable all the time, You know, I don't want to cry in front of everybody, right? I will cry alone, but I don't want to cry in front of everybody. So I'm not vulnerable. I'm not ready to be vulnerable, right? So I'll give myself 0. If you are ready to be vulnerable, give yourself 1. And I am open. Yes, I am open. 1 second. How is it stop sharing? Aishwarya, did you do something? I'm not able to share PPT.
No, Rozina, you're still the co-host. You can share the PPT.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, can you guys see this? And then check in yang, right? That being female also we have these qualities, right? So are you practical? So out of, let's say in yin, out of 7, how many points did you get? Make a total of it. Am I clear? Yes. Okay. Now check your yang qualities. Okay. Keep on giving 1 where it resonate with you. So for me, I am practical, so I'll give 1. Okay, for me, I am goal oriented. Okay, so I'll give 1 year. Okay, for me, I am not selfish, so I'll give 0. Okay, I am not insensitive, so I'll give, and it is okay. I'm not saying, right, you can't say, okay, how can I be selfish and insensitive? Sometimes these qualities are needed. Yeah, so you can kind of give 1. Okay, decisive, so I am decisive. Okay, so I'll give 1 year. I feel I'm intelligent, so I'll give 1 year, right? Harsh, tough, sometimes I'm harsh and tough when it is needed. When you're in a business meeting and when you have to kind of take a business decision, and sometimes you need to be tough enough, right? So I am here. And now make a total of it. Okay, and can you type it in the chat box, please? What is your total? What do you think? What are the points of yin? How many you got in yin and how many you got in yang? So share it, and if you have any question, you can, meanwhile everybody's sharing, you can ask me. Right, and you understand, right? If the 7 is 100%, so if you got 5 out of 7, it means you are 70% yang. If you got around 3, it means you are 50% of it. Yeah. And if you have 6 and 5 in both, it means you are high yin and high yang. But I think that's not possible. So just check. That is very rare combination. You cannot be high yin and you cannot be high yang. So just check that, have you really given right pointers to yourself? Yeah. So let's this is for you guys. So keep this what do you call, numbering for you. Maybe you can keep on observing, so when you attend the next program, then you can kind of again check and we'll redo this, right? This is not okay, one talk and I'm kind of 100% healed. Okay, so just you will see. I think I feel one step also, one movement also kind of make lots and lots of difference. And I think I feel with an awareness also you heal 50%. So when you take this understanding, when you take this knowledge, when you kind of have awareness, and then when you kind of observe, then you're not there, you're also observing, and then you can do something about it. Then you're no more helpless about it. You know, and you can't say, I don't know what's happening. You can do something about it. Yeah. Any question before I go ahead and we do the process? All good. I'm happy. We are experts in understanding yin yang. So I am happy about it.
Rozina, I just missed noting the last 2 points, which were like for the yin and yang. Actually.
For yin and yang both?
Yes, because I was writing and then
For
I
yin,
started.
last 2 points was yin, vulnerable, and open and creative.
Okay.
And for yang, last 2 point is intelligent.
Okay.
And harsh/tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rozina, I'm
both are low, like 3 and 4.
Who's this?
This is Siri. Sorry, I can't come on the video.
What are you saying?
I said, what if both are low, like at a 3 and a 4.
So that's why we are here, right? A lot of us have both low.
Yep.
So we'll work on it. We'll do the
Okay.
process. We'll do the process.
Thank you.
Yes.
Rozina, Sahil
Yeah,
this side.
Sahil.
I've got a question. So, is yoga considered yin or yang?
So yoga is when you're doing soft and gentle yoga, right? With what do you call long pauses. So this is yin.
Yin.
But when you do a power yoga
Hmm.
and a form of exercising, when you're doing like fast Surya Namaskar, right? Then that is yang, right? So you understand what energy we need.
Sure.
Right, and in fact,
Got
I'd
it.
also tell you few tips also to embrace the masculine femininity, right, at
Hmm.
the end. Yeah. So anything which
Right.
is slow, soft, gentle is yin. You know, like how you want an ideal female to be, right? And then
True.
masculine are a little tough, right? So
Hmm.
if you have to see the extreme, okay. So extreme, if I have to say, yang is GI Joe, right? And then from
Hmm.
coming, center, and then extreme yin is Barbie doll,
Yeah.
right? So when like she'll be very high in yin and maybe zero in yang. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is, so in yin and yang also there are extreme, and then there's in the middle. So that is what it is. So guys, now you bolo Sahil.
Just one more question. So you mentioned that the person goes to office, the person has to be more yang, more decisive, more tough. And when the man comes back home, the person has to be more docile, more sweet, right? In the yin energy. I was thinking of people who started working from home or they have work at home. So they have to toggle between yin and yang energy because they keep on interacting with their family, intermittently. So that will be a very complex interchange of energies, I'm thinking.
Not really, Sahil.
Hmm.
Not really. So you kind of, toggle. I told you every hour you can change it. Every hour that energy changes, right? It's
Hmm.
like you're doing exercise, you've gone to gym, right?
Hmm.
And you need that yang energy, right? And
Hmm.
after quickly you come back from gym, you need your yin energy. Right?
Hmm.
And though you're at home also, and when you are yang also doesn't mean you're kind of aggressive and shouting all the time. Okay, that's an extreme yang, right? So we don't want to be that
Yeah.
kind of ruler who's killing everybody. We don't want
Hmm.
10 yang, right?
Yeah.
Who's kind of very ruthless and insensitive. We don't want that. So in
Yeah.
professionally also, when though you're working from home, you're not shouting at the people all the time. But of
True.
course, you are very clear and you are decisive and you are goal oriented. Yeah, so
Hmm.
that is the balance. But I mean, it's kind of possible because it's like that, until unless you work from your bedroom. So I have
Hmm.
my office, which is a different place. So I know that
Hmm.
it's like a two-step from my bedroom, but I know then
Hmm.
when I'm in office and when I'm at home, when I'm in my
Hmm.
bedroom or when I'm in my hall, and when I'm in
Hmm.
my office cabin, I am in my office cabin. And because I'm working from home, my daughter also enters,
Hmm.
but she won't then come barging in and come and hug me,
Hmm.
because we have defined that boundaries that this is an office. Yeah, so
Sure.
she'll just come knock and say hi to me and show her
Hmm.
face, and then
Hmm.
she'll look at me with her eyes, and that, okay, are you free, can I come in?
Hmm.
And so what you define your boundaries, and when you know what needs to be done, it is not as difficult as it looks like. And for
Sure.
initially when you are like a thinking, this is the concept. It's like,
Hmm.
if you want to do yoga, if I tell you, okay, we have to do Surya Namaskar, that's a concept for
Hmm.
you. It's going to be
Hmm.
difficult for you. But when you kind of keep on doing it every day, every day, every day, every day, then one day you finish also doing Surya Namaskar and you don't even know, right? You're also talking
Hmm.
on the phone or listening to some song.
True.
So it is doable. It doesn't make any difference. And that's what we need to learn. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great. So guys, this is again today the topic is professional success, and I'm sure all of us need professional success. So how many of us need professional success? Are you sure? Yeah. And how much, if I say professional success, if 10 being highest, how much professional success do you need? 10 being highest, 1 being lowest. Type. I want to know how much professional success are you ready for? Because as per law of attraction, what you can think and believe and you can share it with the world, you are ready for it. But if you can't even share that, you can't even declare it with the world, then you are not even ready to receive. So declare it with the word in front of everybody here. Yes, great. So I'm happy to hear, 10, 100. So it means we are ready. Okay, so now we know a little bit, we have an idea, we have knowledge what is yin and yang. We know that we need our yang energy for our professional success. And we are ready to work on it, right? Am I right? Okay. And I always say before we do any process, before we start anything to work on yourself, and I tell this to my client also, one thing which is very, very important is to take responsibility. Yeah. So before we work on anything, right, I feel we need to take 100% responsibility of our life. Okay. Because when we take a responsibility, uh, there's something we can do about it. So I always say, I give an example this again and again, that when we take a responsibility, the ball is in your court. You can kind of do something about it, right? But you say, okay, this is my boss's fault, or this is my parents' fault because they did not give me enough money, and or they did not support me, and that's why I did not get a right job, or my ancestor, they did not leave money for me, right? Or my boss's fault or someone else's fault, then you cannot really go and change them. Then you stay, either you change them, it means you can't really change them who they are, so then you change your bosses. I don't think so you can change your parents and ancestors though, right? So I think that is too tough also. But the easiest way is to take responsibility. So before we start working, are you ready to take responsibility of your life? Right? If yes, then take your right hand up like this. I want to see everybody's right hand up, and those who are not on a video, please don't cheat. Keep your right hand up. Okay, and repeat with me. I take 100% responsibility of my life. I take 100% responsibility of my issues and my problem.
I take 100% responsibility of my issues and my problem.
I take 100% responsibility of who I am.
I take 100% responsibility of who I am.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and also, you see that when you say that, there's little shift in you. You get more power. In fact, you can use this statement whenever you are in a problem. This statement gives you power. It's really powerful statement. When you feel low, when you feel weak, when you feel helpless, right? Use this statement. Yeah. So I'm happy, and I congratulate you that you will have taken 100% responsibility, and then you are ready to embrace your professional success. So launch this process. So guys, I have an entire program. It's a full days program of yin yang balance, and what we are doing is a first lesson of this program. Okay, so that I am doing that with you guys, right? It's a first lesson of this program. So let's do this. I want you all to, we'll be doing a constellation process, right? Are you guys ready to do the constellation with me? Yeah. So get some paper chit with you. Okay. So if you have one A4 size paper, make 4, 5, or 6 chit out of it. We need 5 or 6 chits. So make a paper chit. And tell me once you get that, and then create a space where you'll be keeping this paper. So sit in a space where you can kind of move this paper. So if preferably table, that there's a space, and if there is so many things on the table, can you just clear some space? Make some space for you where you'll be moving this paper. And give me thumbs up once you're done.
Rosina, can you repeat that, please? I went to get the paper and missed the instructions.
Yeah, so just get the paper and make small chits of paper and create a space where you will be moving those paper, you will be keeping those papers. So if there are pen and then books and so many things on your table or on the floor, just clear some space where you will be doing constellation. And give me thumbs up once you've got paper arranged. Everybody got the paper? Take probably 30 seconds more. Arrange your papers. Show me your papers. Now for a second, keep those paper at the side. Okay, we'll do maybe a small centering, grounding exercise before we do the constellation. Because before we do any constellation exercise, we need to be centered and grounded. So for that, let's close our eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Allow your body to relax. Allow your body, physical body to relax. Allow your energy body to relax. Settle down. Sit in a comfortable posture. And now focus on your breath. We'll do 3 inhale and exhale. Deep inhale and exhale together. So inhale from your nose. Exhale. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. And this time when you exhale, let go of any thoughts, any emotions, anything that you don't need in your system. Breathe it out. Inhale and exhale. Let go. And now focus on your in breath and your out breath. Just observe your in breath and your out breath. And observe if you're breathing fast, then consciously you can slow down your breathing. You can inhale deeply and you can exhale deeply, slowly, gently. And with each inhale and exhale, your body is relaxing. Allow your body to relax completely and fully. And as you're breathing, get your attention to your feet. Your feet are touching floor or bed or anything which is connected to the earth. And as your feet are touching the floor, feel that connection with Mother Earth. Feel that support from Mother Earth. And now get your attention to top of your head. Get your attention to your crown chakra, which is on the top of your head, in the center of your head. And see, think, or imagine a white light coming from the sky and coming onto your forehead. Feel this connection with the source, connection with Universal Father. Now get your attention to your heart. If you want, you can put your right hand onto your heart. And breathe through your heart. Either you can hear or feel your heartbeat. And as you put your hand on your heart, connect a little bit with your heart. Breathe, connect, and smile. Breathe, connect with your heart, and smile. Smile to this connection. When somebody comes home, how do we greet them? With a smile or a serious face? And as you're connecting with your heart, smile a little bit and connect. And as you've connected with your heart, get an idea of your true essence of your being. That's love. Feel that love in your heart. Breathe in that. Let this love spread in your entire body till the top of your head to the tip of your toe. Feel this love. Let every cell of your body enjoy this dance of love. Feel that. Breathe in it. Smile. And with that connection, open your eyes. Come back here and now. And with your eyes open, still stay connected to your heart. So anytime you breathe, smile, you will be connected to your heart. So anytime you feel the connection, breathe, smile, keep your hand on your heart. You will be connected. And now, you're going to use two papers first. Okay. And on first paper, you can write me. Either you write me or your name. And on the second paper, you can write my yang energy. Or you can write yang energy. That also is okay. Right? So on first paper, you write me or your name. On second paper, you're going to write yang energy, which is masculine energy. So we're going to be talking about professional success. So we're going to see what's our connection with our yang energy. Ready? Both you'll have written, and keep the other paper aside. We'll use it where it is needed. Now in the empty space that you have either on a table or on the floor, keep both the papers. And just draw the arrow also, so to know where the paper is facing. So on the top you can draw the arrow, so you know where the paper is facing.
Can you show?
I'm showing you. So if you have written me here, okay, so you just draw one arrow, so where you know where this one is facing. Okay, anywhere on the paper you can draw arrow, doesn't matter. And place both the papers wherever you feel like, at whatever distance. So place it one by one. First place your paper. Once you feel that position is right, then place yang energy. And place that yang energy in relation to you. So where do you want to place that yang energy? In front of you, at the back, on the top, or below, wherever you feel right, place it. And don't think too much, don't operate from your conscious mind. Places where you feel right. And that's it. And if you have placed both the papers, put your hand on your paper. which is your name or where you've written me. And as you put your hand on your paper, breathe, connect with that, and check how do you feel. And now from this place, look at your yang energy and see where have you placed your yang energy. Have you placed it very close? Have you placed it little far, or you placed it very, very far? Also from this place, keep your hand on your paper and keep on getting idea what I'm asking you to. From this place, when you look at your yang energy, how do you feel? Just get an idea. How do you feel if you're looking at your yang energy? Are you feeling good? Or you're not feeling good? See if any emotion emerge. Yeah, somebody say out of reach. Yeah. See how are you feeling? That is it out of reach? Do you feel connected with it? Do you feel it's very, very far? And see if it is, if any emotions are emerging. Somebody says superior, right? See how do you feel from this place. Just get an idea. How do you feel, when you look at your yang energy? No connection. That also is okay. Okay. My head started aching, right? Do this. Take it a little bit more. I'll help you. Yeah. And also check, is your body giving symptom? How is your body feeling? Is your body tight, shrinking, or like your body feel vast, liberated? Right? Is there any aches and pain in your body, or your body is comfortable? Observe, because your body gives all the answer. If your mind is not able to think, your body is giving you answer. Just observe your body. That your body is showing the comfort and discomfort between you and your yang energy. Somebody said sleepy. So sleepy also may be resistance, that I don't want to see it. Tight, shrinking, you know. So observe your connection with your yang energy. That how far are you feeling from it? And whatever it is, whether it's a positive, you're able to reach, embrace, or whether it's negative, you find it very far. Check if there any emotion is emerging. If you're looking at yang energy, is there in anger? Is it irritation? Is there a judgment coming up? Check. Difficult to connect, fearful, that also is okay. Calming effect, that also is good, right? And whatever it is that you are feeling, either you can make note of it or kind of get an idea that whatever, if you want to make a note, you can kind of in a minute make a note of it, that how are you feeling with, when you look at your yang energy. Just make a small note of it, or mentally make a note of it. How would you feel? Because we'll see the change now. After this, we'll see the difference. Is there any difference? Legs are trembling. Understand. See it. Let it be. Okay. And while also from this place, when you are looking at your yang energy, also get an idea, who are you rejecting? Which are the masculine energies in your house or in your system that you are rejecting? Who are you rejecting as a masculine energy in your family or in your system? Who are you rejecting? If you get an idea, well and good. If you don't get an idea, that also is okay. So our first connection to our masculine or yang energy is our father. Yeah? Because from the womb, we know our father and our mother. So our first impression to the world as a masculine, right? All your perception, if you think about yourself, all your perception about your or a masculine energy is mostly your perception about how you have seen your father, or if you have an elder brother or somebody. And all the perception about the feminine energy is how you have seen your mother. And sometimes we like it, sometimes we may not like it. So our first connection and our first interpretation to what masculine energy is, we are today only talking about masculine energy, is our father, right? So let's do a little bit more work. You can leave that paper there as it is. And I want you all to now, all of you, to look at the screen. Come little close where your face is visible. Look at the screen. And those who have not switched on the video, it's better you switch on the video. Look at the screen. And now identify one person who resembles your father. Look around, you will see. Identify one person who resembles your father. And now you can pin that person for you. So that person's face will be very large for you. So you can pin that person for you. And if not, then you can stay here and choose that person. And don't choose me, because I'm also guiding you. You can choose rest of anybody. And now keep on looking at that person. And look into the eyes of that person. So come little close where you can see each other's eyes. And keep looking at that person. Keep looking at that person. Breathe. Connect with that person. Keep looking at that person. And that person is your father. And how do you feel when you look at your father in the eyes of that person? Connect with the eyes. And keep on looking at that person. Breathe. If any thought comes, go back to your breath and keep on looking at that person. And of course, you will see either that person is smiling back or that person's face is serious and everything is okay. You see your father in the eyes of that person. And as you're looking at your father, I'm going to refer that person as your father. And as you're looking at your father, check how do you feel? How is your body reacting? Is your body comfortable, uncomfortable? Check. And today we have taken 100% responsibility of our life for our own connection. You may be angry with your father because he did not give you time, he did not give you nurturing, he did not give you something, right? But he did what he knew best. He gave you what he has received. And you will also give what you have received till now to your children. But with the knowledge and understanding, once you now open yourself to receive, you'll be able to give more. So now continue to connect with your father. And if possible, look at your father and smile a little bit. And say, I see you. I see you, my father. I can clearly see you, my father. I was looking for you all along. I was searching you in every man I met. I was looking for you everywhere. And today I see you. So repeat this, whatever I am saying, if possible loud or in your mind. If you can repeat aloud with the mute, you can repeat aloud, it's better. Otherwise in your mind. And I have started seeing you a little bit more today. I am so sorry that I judged you. And check, did you judge your father? I am so sorry that I had a lot of complaint about you. And as per constellation, as per family systemic dynamic, when you judge, you get entangled and you become that. So let go of all the judgment and say, I am so sorry that I judged you and I rejected you. When I say rejected you, it means you rejected some of his qualities. And today, I am ready to drop all my judgments. Are you ready? Then nod your head. And you may not be able to drop all the judgments. Whatever you can drop, yeah, it is for you, right? So get an idea, what are you judgmental about your father? That he wasn't available for you, that he was strict, that he did not give you enough time, that you felt he loved your brother or sister more, that he did not give you the share of his wealth, that you did not like the way he spoke, he was shouting, he was strict. Because a lot of time we also see our father from the eyes of our mother, that he wasn't strict, but mother said, okay, you should do before papa comes in. So tell your father, I am so sorry I saw you from the eyes of my mother. But today I see you with my own eyes. And I drop all my judgment about you and about your masculinity and my masculinity. A lot of time we are very far away from masculinity because we've judged that masculinity. We are so scared. And we decided that I will not become like my father. But knowingly, unknowingly, you or somebody, your spouse has become like that. So see it, acknowledge it, and once again, drop all the judgments. He did what you knew best. Say, I'm so sorry that I become bigger than you. Because when you judge, you also become bigger. Small children don't judge. I am so sorry that I became bigger than you. You are my father. Repeat this after me. You are my father, and I am your daughter or son. Say it once again. Declare it. Tell him it's your right. You are his daughter or son. Take that right. Tell him he is your father. And tell him Thank you very much for giving me the gift of life. Thank you very much for giving me the gift of life. And if possible, join your hand and bow down. Bow down as much as you can and honor him. Say, I honor you as my father, and I take you as my father. Honor him. And say, I say yes to you as my father. And I say yes to myself as your daughter, son. And say, I open to receive now. Parents give and children take. So open your arms, open your heart to receive. Receive. Say, I open myself, open my heart, open my system to receive from you. Parents give and children receive without any judgment. Open your heart to receive love, to this beautiful connection that you've created with your father. And take that love in your heart, from your arms, from your hands, take it in your heart, breathe, and say thank you. If you want to say anything else to your father, you can say it in your own language. If you, whatever language you could call him, and say thank you, Papa, thank you, Daddy, or whatever you would call him when you were small. And you hear what he used to call you when you were young, your pet name or something he would call you with love. And once you feel complete, you can release that person as a father. Release that person as a father. And you can read that person's name as whatever is written below. And connect back with yourself. And I want you all to tell me in one word, how are you feeling? One word, just unmute and I want to hear how are you feeling. One by one, you can unmute and just tell me how are you.
Grateful.
Yeah. Light. Check how are you
I'm
feeling.
feeling lighter.
Lighter, right? Check. Grateful. Check how are you feeling. Everybody's feeling is very, very different. Relieved and light.
I'm feeling love.
Loved. Beautiful. And now, again, a small process. Again, go back to your papers. And now, see if you want to change the position of your yang, where you have kept before. Now, do you want to change the position or you want to keep it as it is? Or don't change yang, you can change your position. You know, change your paper and keep wherever you want to keep it. And now from that place, put your hand or two fingers on your paper. And from this place, look at your yang energy. And now check how are you feeling when you look at your yang energy. Keep looking at your yang energy paper. Connect with it and check how do you feel now. Get an idea when you look at your yang energy, how do you feel? Has anything changed? Are you feeling more connected, less connected? Do you feel like walking to your yang energy? Do you feel your yang energy is more receptive? And if not, it also all right. And if you feel that your yang energy is calling you, take one step more close to your yang energy. Take your paper little close to your yang energy. This is a step taken today, you have taken in your life toward the connection of your yang energy. And now check how is your body feeling. If your body is comfortable, if your body is relaxed, your body is positive, then look at your yang energy and say, I see you. I see you, my yang energy. And check how do you feel when you say this. And say this from your heart. And tell your yang energy, I am so sorry if knowingly and unknowingly I neglected you. That I judged you. That I rejected you. But today I see you. Today I see our connection. And I say yes to our connection. And I invite you in my life a little bit more. Look at your yang energy. Connect a little bit more. Breathe. And with a smile, you can stop the process. You can release both the papers. You can shake the papers. And if you want, you can keep this paper of your yang energy with you. Yeah. And make a note. How are you feeling? You made a note before. How are you feeling? And now make a note. How are you feeling? And if somebody wants to share the difference before they felt and now, you can raise your hand and I'll unmute you. One or two people to share. Raise your hand and I'll unmute you. And yeah, Neha, go ahead. You have to unmute, Neha.
So before the process, I was feeling very demotivated, lethargic, and empty inside. And the yang energy felt like it was very massive, very powerful, almost unreachable, and not a part of me. After the process, I do feel that it is another energy, but it feels more relatable. And as we are working together, at one point, I also felt like the yang energy was carrying me on its shoulder, and I can see like it's like this very blue. It's not a human form, but something blue like a balloon. So yes, feeling connected and enthusiastic now.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing it, Neha. You've taken a first step to connect to a
Yeah.
yang energy. Congratulations. Yeah. Yes, Jayashree.
Hello, thank you, Rozina. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the space. Before the session, yang energy was above me, and the arrow was pointing it down. And that time I was feeling very much pressured, as if lots of pressure is there. And after the session, I shifted myself, means in a parallel line, myself and yang energies. And the arrow also, I cancelled it and I took it in the forward move. So the pressure wali cheez, it converted into a connection or support in that way. So
Okay.
this, yeah, so this, what is it? I don't know, but
Sure.
feeling
Sure.
very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. So the purpose was to, what was the purpose of the program was to create a connection with your yang
Yeah.
energy. Yeah. And you kind of see it, what was it before. So if you wouldn't have attended the program, you would have been then what you were before. Right.
Yeah.
But with this small process, things have shifted. And it's not just as simple as just saying connection. Creating connection is very big thing. So in a matter of 20 minutes, you're able to create connection. A lot of time, it's not that the yin yang is not available. They are available. It's just we have shut ourselves for connection. And then the moment we open ourselves for a connection comes in. Right? Guys, I want each of you, some of you have raised your hand, and I'm very happy to hear you guys. But those who've also not raised
Hi.
your hand, I want you all to tell me, how are you feeling? I want to know in a chat box, right? How are you feeling? Right? And I'm so happy that you guys are a part of the process, and I am happy that you guys have taken a step to work on yourself. I want Aishwarya to run a poll. Aishwarya, can you do that? Right? And I want you all to. I have run a poll because I can't really talk to everybody, but I need a feedback, right? Also to help me to improve. Aishwarya, run a poll, and if this was a first part of program, and if you see the shift in you, would you want to attend an entire program? Do you think it will make any difference for you if you attend an entire program? Right? So this is a poll. Quickly, I want you to give your genuine feedback over here.
Rosina, meanwhile, people respond to the poll and before taking on to the next question, can we just know from you what is your workshop, which is on 12th of April, balancing yin and yang. So can you just
Right.
little on that?
Right. So guys, so as I told you, I'm doing a full day workshop because this work need time, and I have seen myself. So many things have shifted for me, because for me, what Sahil was talking about, the balance between yin and yang. That when you are yin and then when you are yang, and then can you balance it and also embrace. For me, I really wanted to embrace my femininity, right? My yin energy, but it doesn't mean that when I embrace my yin energy, I lose my yang. So to kind of having a balance between both. So I have kind of learned it. I have learned from different teachers and master, and I've kind of designed this program. It's an online full day program. It's on this Saturday, which is 12th, from 11 to 5. It's a full day program, and we'll be doing a different processes in this program. So we just took a one step today, right? And so today, what we did is the first process of this program. So we do connection, we understand and acknowledge where do we stand in terms of our masculine, feminine. Then we connect with our masculine, we've connected with our father, we connect with our mother. Then we also connect with our ancestors and those who are rejected. So there are a lot of processes, and we'll also do 1 or 2 full constellations here. Yeah. And so this, when you do the balance of yin and yang, you don't only get your professional success, you also balance your personal life. So success of a professional life, your personal life, you also are able to then connect and accept your spouse. Masculine and feminine energy in your life, you can kind of welcome it much more. So it really helps you in your connection and relationship, not only with your spouse, but also with the mother and sister, because it's all yin and yang, right? Also with your friends. Yeah. So it's a kind of balance of yin and yang, which really help you to create a success. It helps you actually work with the true potential. We all have potential, but sometimes we don't get success because we're kind of really rejecting something. So you can, when you bring a balance between both, you also learn to balance. And then there'll be a lot of in fact today we have short of time, but there are also in that program I'll be giving a practical tip. that how can you then continuously not stop at the process, but every day on basis, what can you kind of do some meditation to then have this energy, balancing this energy every day, for next 21 or 30 days. So then you can experience the entire shift. So this is all about the program. If you feel that it resonates with you, and so you can kind of register in. Aishwarya, just share the link. And I am very, very happy.
All the
Yeah.
details have been put in the chat box, guys, and along with the link to register for the program.
So you can go through it. And in fact, it's also there on our Joining Hands website. So, I mean, and if you have any difficulty in registering, or if you have more queries, you can connect to Aishwarya. You have Joining Hand number, or you can connect with Binayfa. You can connect with me if you have any queries, right? So you can ask. And I'm really happy for me um, if I'm able to share this, and if one of my purpose of a life to touch many lives, so if when I see, in fact, day before yesterday also, when we did the program, I see something has touched you. And in this program also, if I've been able to, help touch your life 1% also, I mean, I really feel, I mean, that is one of the purpose of my life, because I feel more I give, more I receive. Life is give and receive, right? So what I have learned, I don't want to keep it with me. I really want to share it with you guys. So if you feel that you don't want to stop here, what you have experienced, you don't want to stop here, you want to work more, go ahead and register. And we'll also keep on having the program, so keep on attending the programs and congratulate yourself. The journey that you've taken, it's not a small thing. It's a really big journey that you've kind of taken in half an hour. So congratulate yourself, you've connected with your yang energy. So be thankful, be grateful, and then clap, 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 clap for yourself. You can pat yourself for the journey that you've taken, for the step that you have taken beyond the resistance. Yeah, and you've actually taken one step ahead. Okay, and you will experience the shift in your real life. And give me feedback. Some of you can write back to me, and you'll have my number, you have Hitesh's number. So now from tomorrow onward, whatever shift you see, because when we say healing, what is healing? Healing doesn't mean changing your mother, father, or your bosses. But suddenly you feel, okay, if there was a problem in your professional career, and like you were very angry on your boss, or the boss was disturbing you, you will see something else happening there, because nothing has changed, your perception has changed within. Yeah. So I'll hear your sharing, and if you have any question, I'm happy to answer. Yes, Sahil, go ahead.
Yeah, so before the process, I felt, when I placed the masculine chit, I kept it very close to myself though. But when I touched it, I felt it. I felt certain churn in my stomach. My right side of my head was also started aching. And when you mentioned that, what are you rejecting? I visualized that I'm rejecting my mother's masculinity,
Okay.
right? And
So your
but
mother
after
was
the,
more masculine.
it is, yeah,
Okay.
even today, yeah. So,
Okay.
and my father is more docile, more sweet and emotional. But after the process, I felt that I was able to assimilate, absorb the masculinity inside myself. So yeah, feeling grateful towards my father for whatever he brings to the table, for everything he brings to the table.
Great, great, great.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
so
sharing.
much. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Okay, guys, if anybody else wants to share, if anybody has any question, I am happy to answer, or we can close for today.
Ma'am, about my question, I put it on chat.
What is that? Can you tell me
Yeah,
that?
it's about the when you're saying that I accept the masculine qualities of my father. Like I said, I can't relate to him for a few patches of my life where he was really inconsiderate.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he is old and he has mellowed down, this version of his I can accept. But then there is this problem, this resistance that I can't accept him fully.
Mm-hmm.
So I said how to overcome that feeling.
Yeah.
Because
So
When I say I don't want to be with like him, that was the crush. Like actually, I had decided that I never want to be like him, which came up in this process.
Absolutely.
But now if I want to accumulate his qualities, I still really don't want to be 100% like him.
Of course, you don't want to be 100% like him.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't want to be, but I want to ask before that, when you did the process, was there any difference before and when you did the process? Was there any changes?
Yes, ma'am. The other point was that when you said I saw you through the eyes of my mother, that was also equally true.
Right.
Half of the anger was because I saw him through how he treated my mother.
Right.
So that was also there. So I could let go of that. But
Okay.
at the same time, like I said, there was that maybe that 60% part of him, which I still cannot embrace.
Right. And I can still hear the anger in your voice
Yeah, it's still
for
there.
him. Right.
Because they were very crucial days of my life, my 10th, my 12th, and everything, which got really ruined because of that.
I can understand that. So that's what I'm saying. What we have done is not the whole work. What we have done is a little bit. We've kind of like just kind of put the key and open the door, right? But there's a journey remain, right? So there are some more anger, there are more labels that we have for them, right? And I would advise you to work a little bit more because it needs little work. It need more work. So I would advise you to work a little bit more. Either you attend the program, or you also then maybe once a month we'll have this talk. So then you can join more on the talk, and I'll be doing different processes. So
I am
attend
trying
those
to, but
processes.
this being a working day, I don't know whether I'll be at 11. I won't be able to join you. That's what I was thinking.
Right. But it's a process, right?
It
There's so
would
many
take at least
processes.
2:30 for me to
Yes.
get free. So
Yes. Or then probably wait for next time that
sure.
time when it suits your time. You can kind of join, or if possible, if you understand family constellation, I also advise you to take one-on-one session if possible. Where you work with you and your father, right? And because each of us has a different issues, right? So then the therapist will be able to help you get in digger deep, and then do a process only for you. So either of that can be the option. Yeah,
Okay,
and
ma'am.
I
Thank
think
you.
also you will see the shift, whatever, if kind of we've reached 40%, that also is good. Okay, you've not reached 60%, but I
No,
mean, you kind of,
whatever I reach today, that is also good. That's a step
that is
forward.
good.
That much I know.
That is
Thank
good.
you,
So
ma'am.
keep with that and kind of live your life with that, and hoping to work more on it whenever as per your convenience.
So
Yes,
I'd like to add here, Rosina. So Shama, we are doing a father wound workshop. It's online. So I will share the link for the same as well in the group, so you can just have a look at that as well.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
can you
also is a
share it
good
on email?
suggestion. Yeah, that also is a good suggestion. I had forgotten. So
Yes.
yeah, that also works, working only on father. So yeah, somebody share it on Shama, huh? Aishwarya, you can send her on the WhatsApp also. Yeah,
Otherwood is in person, no?
father was on in person, but we've cancelled it. So now it's going to be online.
Okay.
It's going to be online because we wanted to reach everybody, and there are people from across locations. And I think we've become a little lazy, I think, after COVID, working from home. So we want to be at our convenience, and I see it equally effective. Like today we did the process and it was equally effective. So I said, might as well, let's do it. So people, in fact, there are people from across out of India also, they also wanted to join. So we kind of made it online. So we will share that. Fatherhood
It's very
when,
strange.
Aishwarya? We have not declared the date, no, yet for fatherhood.
No,
Have we?
we have already declared the date.
We have
So
declared the date.
Healing the Father Wound is a 2-day workshop. It's on the 3rd and 4th of May, which is a Saturdays and Sunday. It's from 3 in the afternoon till 6, so 3 hours each day. It's a 2-day transformative workshop with Rozina. So here is the link, and it's going to be online for that.
So it's 3 hours both the days. So it's from 3 to 6, Saturday and Sunday, and 3rd and 4th. And guys, those who are from Delhi, we are coming to Delhi on 25th, 26th. So if you are there in Delhi, we are also doing Father Wound in Delhi in person. So if you're in Delhi, please take an opportunity not to miss this, because in person happens very rarely. So if you're in Delhi, on 26 we are doing, 26 is a meetup, right? And so I think 25th we are doing
On 26th of
fatherhood.
April, it is a meetup in Delhi from 3 to 7. I have dropped the link to register for the meetup in the chat box. And on 27th of April, we are doing Healing the Father Wound with Hitesh and Rozina from 3 onwards, from 11 to 5. So I've dropped the link to that as well in the chat box.
Actually, I suggest, those who are there on today's webinar, share them a link for all these programs. So then they can, at their own convenient time, they can kind of see on a WhatsApp, and whatever they resonate, they join. Because I've seen a lot of people, when I meet people in person, and they say, okay, I don't know about the program. I don't know even it's happening. So you can share it to them. Yeah.
We'll be sharing on group also, no?
Sorry,
All this.
Yes, we will share it on
Uh,
group also, Ushma. Yes.
which group?
thank you.
She's asking the community and everything. So
Community. Yeah, we'll share it on the community also. Yes, we do
Yes.
that. We do that. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Thank you.
good night. Take care. Bye bye.
You too.
Bye.
thank you,
Bye, good
Rosina.
night. Thank you so much,
Everyone.
Rozina.
Thank
Good
God
night.
bless.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank
you.
you guys. Thank you. Thank you.